Exercise 11.4, first question. Answer the following. In that, D, subdivision D. Meena, Beena and Leena are climbing the steps to the hilltop. Meena is at step S. Beena is 8 steps ahead and Leena 7 steps behind. Where are Beena and Leena? And one more relation is given. The total number of steps to the hilltop is 10 less than 4 times what Meena has reached. Express the total number of steps using S. What is given is Meena is at step S. Meena is at step S. What is given? Beena is 8 steps ahead. What do you mean by ahead? More. So 8 steps ahead means Beena is at step S plus 8. And Leena is 7 steps behind. Leena is 7 steps behind. Leena is at step 7 steps behind, S minus 7. S minus 7. Then next subdivision is the total number of steps to the hilltop is 10 less than 4 times what Meena has reached. 10 less than. 10 less than means minus 10. 4 times what Meena has reached. 4s. This is given as total number of steps. Total number of steps is given as 4s minus 10. The relation is this: total number of steps to the hilltop is 10 less than 4 times what Meena has reached. So 10 less than means minus 10. 4 times means 4s. So 10 less than 4 times Meena has reached means 4s minus 10. Then next one is E, subdivision E. A bus travels at V km per hour. A bus travels at V km per hour. It is going from Daspur to Bispur. After the bus has travelled 5 hours, Bispur is still 20 km away. What is the distance between Daspur and Bispur? So, I am marking Daspur and Bispur. And what is given is bus travels at V km per hour. That means per hour it travels V km, or in other way we can say distance covered in 1 hour is V km. So distance covered in one hour is equal to V km. Distance covered in 1 hour is equal to V km. Then after the bus has travelled 5 hours. After the bus has travelled 5 hours means the distance covered in 5 hours. So distance covered in 5 hours is equal to 1 hour V km. So 5 hours, 5 into V km, that means 5 V km. The sentence is this: after the bus has travelled 5 hours, Bispur is still 20 km away. So started from here and covered how much distance? 5 V km. Then 20 km remain. So what is the distance between Daspur and Bispur? It is 5V plus 20. Therefore, distance between 10^4 and b^4 is equal to 5v plus 20 kilometer. 5v plus 20 kilometer. Next, second question. Change the following statements using expressions into statements in ordinary language. So, a notebook costs rupees P and book costs rupees 3P. Notebook costs rupees P and book costs rupees 3P. You have to convert this into ordinary language, into a statement in ordinary language. So, we can write, actually it is given 3P. You have to convert this 3P into sentence. How can you write? 3 times P. That means the cost of a book is 3 times the cost of a notebook. The cost of a book is 3 times the cost of a notebook. The cost of a book is 3 times the cost of a notebook. Next, second sentence. Tony puts Q marbles on the table. He has 8 Q marbles in the box. How can you write? You have to convert 8Q. 8Q is given as number of marbles in the box and Q is number of marbles on the table. So, you have to connect these two. So, how can you write? The number of marbles in the box is 8 times the number of marbles on the table. The answer is, the number of marbles in the box is 8 times the number of marbles on the table. Next one is, our class has n students. The school has 20 n students. So, 20 n and n. What is n? Number of students in a class. And 20 n is number of students in the school. So, how can you write? The number of students in the school is 20 times the number of students in a class. Then, next question. Jaggu is Z years old. His uncle is 4Z years old and his aunt is 4Z minus 3 years old. So, Z years is given as Jaggu's age. So, uncle is 4 years old. How can you write? Jaggu's uncle's age is 4 times Jaggu's age, or uncle's age is 4 times Jaggu's age. And how can you write this? Aunt's age. Aunt's age is given as 4Z minus 3. How can you write? Aunt's age is 3 less than 4 times Jaggu's age. So, Jaggu's age is given as Z years and uncle's age is 4Z and aunt's age is 4Z minus 3. How can you write this? First one, 4Z you can write as, that means that is given as uncle's age. Uncle's age is 4 times Jaggu's age and aunt's age is 3 less than 4 times Jaggu's age, or you can write it is 3 less than whose age? Uncle's age. That is also correct. Next, in an arrangement of dots, there are rows. Each row contains 5 dots. R rows and each row contain 5 dots. What we can find is the total number of dots you can find. What is the total number of dots? 5R. The total number of dots is 5R. So, how can you connect this? The total number of dots is 5 times the number of rows. The total number of dots is 5 times the number of dots. Sorry, number of rows.